Mr. Z, and good evening, everybody. A long work night comes to an end. Me and my assistant director of photography.
It's just an internship, so I don't really get paid.
What an intern.
There you are.
What an internship, huh? What an internship. I hope everybody is doing well tonight. We actually had a couple of sprinkles. It's very refreshing. I don't even think it's like 84 degrees
It's a little bit of humidity, but it's the nice kind of humidity where
really nice. How you doing, Missy? Good to see you, babe. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Mew. Just been, I couldn't believe it. There were actually sprinkles today, and the ground actually got wet here, which was something I haven't seen in California since April. Yeah, we had a good night. We went down. Okay, good, Missy. I'm surviving too. We went down to, and thanks to those of you who reached out. As you know, my aunt passed away.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was. I think she was 93. She's a tough bird, but she lived a great life. She lived most of her life in Norfolk, Virginia. Down there was her home. How you doing, Doolittle and Rosemary? And we got Pam. How you doing, Ham? Yeah, thank you, Missy. Hey, Hi Watch. How you doing? As promised, I took time tonight to really put the
more experimenting tonight.
Yeah, we did more experimenting.
She had a lab coat on.
I had my assistant director. How you doing, Maggie? My assistant DP. Hey, Joni. Thank you. 59 degrees at home. Isn't that nice, Catherine? Yeah, that's fine. I think I mentioned it this morning. I just got a text message, and we weren't really close, but hello from London. How you doing, Ashton? Hey, Patricia. But a loss is a loss. It wasn't COVID related, just she'd had all kinds of declining vision, and just they said she just lost her will to live.
That happens.
Yeah, she just didn't want to go on anyway. She was wheelchair bound and everything else. Thank you. So tonight, as promised, well, I threw you guys a nice thing today. I went down to the Shelby Automotive Works down there, Shelby Performance Center, and wow, unreal.
Free museum for you.
First class with a museum. They have performance parts you can purchase. They have a retail purchase center. They have a huge gift shop there.
Nice.
Which I didn't even show.
You didn't get a Shelby hat. They got to have
didn't get
Shelby
the hat. I'm not a big Shelby aficionado, but I do like FREE. Okay, so check out the video that I did, Missy. I finished it with a nice cinematic feature in the middle of that. What did you think of that? That gimbal was really, what do you think of the gimbal's performance?
We even had a guy on the street was asking her about it. He was interested. He's like, hey, what is that? Sorry to bother you, but what is that? That's really cool. Of course, Rosie's like, oh, well, this is.
Well, go down there and check out my video, Missy. I think that you will really like it. First class. They have a viewing window where you can actually see guys in the shop. If you want to pay $49, you can get a hat, a mug, and I believe that they'll take you on a shop tour out there, and you can see.
But you know, the guys that have the money for that, where you're buying a Shelby, so yeah, you got money for a $40 hat.
Yeah, so they're probably doing 40 vehicles in there, and they're not just doing Mustangs and stuff. They're just customizing and doing engine modifications on trucks. There were quite a few trucks in there. I didn't expect I would be doing that today, but you never know what I'm going to do on the channel. And I'm testing this performance of this camera to the hilt.
You might be skydiving tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what.
Maybe.
This camera did not fail on that video. It was spectacular. The performance in 4K on that for that. So check that out. You will enjoy that. And then we went up the strip tonight to see what this would do under regular cinematic type conditions tonight. Now we'll see tomorrow how it turns out. We still have the 4K strip ride. Just finished watching your video of the one we got in trouble in Mexico City, scariest hood. That was so crazy. Thank you, Doolittle. Yeah, it's not something I recommend if people go over to Topito and video over there. Yeah, they do Shelby upgrades on the F-150s. They do a tremendous amount of work in there, and it's busy. The thing I like about that too, it's first class. There's nothing cheesy about it. The
Quality.
place is well. It's clean. It's well appointed. There's a lot to see. Yeah, I told you guys I would be on tonight, but not until after I did the strip. The spaghetti dinner looked delicious.
It
Thank you,
tasted
Carolyn.
delicious. Still some in the fridge.
This guy doesn't usually finish a meal, and he cleaned his plate last night, which I thought was pretty good. But
Compliment, right?
I felt good to be able to knock that meal out in an hour with this homemade spaghetti sauce and meatballs.
It wasn't a difficult process, just you
I've
got to
waited
do it
longer
right.
in a restaurant to just
Yeah,
do
right. We waited longer for their spaghetti.
How was the strip video? You tell me when it comes out. What did you think of some of the rushes, the raw captures?
From the well, there's the strip video that you have in the car, and then the strip
Well,
video
the one
from
we
tonight.
did tonight.
Tonight,
The one
yeah,
we did tonight.
was awesome.
What did
A lot
you
of
think
great
what
video.
did
It
you
was
think
fun
of
walking
some of
around.
Did you see how I?
She's using varying techniques.
Yeah,
Coming
you see
in,
how I
coming out,
video
and around.
different than other people that are shooting video.
Well, yeah, everybody else is just standing there like
Yeah.
this with the phone, of course, straight up and down. You know.
I'm always in motion and doing, getting people in and right up on people's faces and stuff. And
Yeah.
So people, Ashley, people love to see people in videos. It's starting to rain a little bit, but it feels good. People love to see people's what makes videos when you have people. A young couple getting a caricature done.
That was
there.
nice.
They were sweet, and people at restaurants eating, and
People were just sitting and
street
chilling.
life.
Yeah.
The girls dressed like showgirls
Showgirls, yeah,
and
right.
all that. How you doing, Flan? Good to see you. So I do things a little bit. I think a raindrop just
Yeah,
hit
I saw
her.
that. That was weird.
This thing
Like,
just
kinda
keeps
weird.
the sun off. I don't know. So how you doing, Lulu? What's up, my girl? Is Lulu there?
Yes.
Did I miss Lulu? How
Miss
the hell did I
Lulu's
miss
there.
Lulu? Where in the hell's Lulu? Lulu, how you doing, babe? How could I miss my Lulu's? Actually, that started, just made it very nice tonight to have a little sprinkle. I didn't hit the pool today because we actually got some very heavy black
It was
clouds.
kind of nasty today. It was
Yeah,
overcast.
but it was comfortable. It was really comfortable. So we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Hey, dude,
And
little.
I'm leaving early Friday morning. So what else do I still need to accomplish? I've got 2 raw videos to produce. Not sure. I'm going to take some time and do that tomorrow. And then Friday I'll be heading back to the Rancho Forbidden. Then drop back, hi Jody. Then drop back and punt and see what the virus situation is and I'm starting to really get fatigued. This is the longest I've stayed. Yeah, 1 week. Yeah.
You've done something every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Day.
So the longest I've usually stayed is like 5 days. This is going to be, a whole 7-day stay, which is great. Of course, I didn't pay for the pay for the place, which was cool. Beautiful
Miss
night
Lulu.
here. Nice, Flan. The weather's gotten good. It'd be sad to leave, but more adventures ahead. And I think I've discovered something about the limits of what I'm able to do. It's very important for me when I do my travel videos, since travel is going to be so heavy in the future. It's important that I have the very best quality that I can produce. No jitters, and I know I have to
Work out
work
the
on
bugs.
sound, work out the bugs. And this was the trip to work out the bugs and make the decision whether to throw down and get some real gear. So right now the answer is going to be yes. So we're gonna, at least that's where we stand right now. My first Vegas trip, I cried on the plane going home. I look crazy. Why did you cry? Because you were leaving, or you were empty pockets,
But you lost.
or what?
Lost all your money.
Oh, also had some liquor. Good. They're not even going to serve you liquor on a flight now, it's like it has to be over 3 hours now, I think, before they'll do anything. Which saves them a lot of hassle and a lot of money in serving drinks and all that kind of crap. So, yeah, I found out a lot of what I needed to find out tonight. We had a simple dinner. Well, thank you, Ron. I'm not sure I'm kind of awesome, or not totally, but I'm B+ awesome. Oh, you were actually really sad to leave. Hey, Brian. Well, Ashley, what did you enjoy most about it? The night is good tonight. Can you make a sharp knife out of plastic? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can kill somebody with a
Prison
plastic
technology
knife.
there.
That's why prisons, Joni Port, would have very flexible, and every piece of silverware is accounted for. There's
Even their
no
toothbrushes they make a shank out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can shank somebody with a toothbrush. You know. Before you were saying all you needed was your yes. Now you need equipment. Yeah, Patricia, because I need to have the ability to capture footage at a very high degree of clarity at a distance, and I'm unable to do that. That's the only deficient feature of this phone is I'm not able to do zoom. Hence, I couldn't do the airport video I wanted. I showed Mr. Z an airport video, and you were astounded by that video, the quality of that.
Yes, ma'am.
I started to produce that at the beginning, and then it went to shit, right? So I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, thank you. And then this very kind person reached out and said, "Oh, I have other food places on the East Coast too." I'm like, "Really?
Okay.
Cool. So, any of y'all have a place? That'd be great." Mark says, "I enjoyed the visit to the Shelby Museum. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
it was
Wasn't that nice?
Wasn't that card that red
Wasn't that
just
nice?
popped?
Okay, thank you. Nicole says she sent me a postcard. That's awesome.
Oh.
I didn't think that museum would be that cool because, thank you, Cinnamon Hot, Hot, Hot. Thank you, honey. I didn't think it would be that interesting because I'm not a motorhead. I was when I was 15 till 50. And then I'm like, man, I'm not crawling under cars anymore. And then I did the rebuild on the camper van, and I'm like, I'm really done now. I've had it, right? I've run my last electric wire. I've run my, I'm not turning a wrench anymore.
You scarred your last knuckle.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Cinnamon Hot Hot. I put a lot in. Every video has been 4K on this trip, and will be 4K going forward. So decided just bite the bullet, step up, and then do it. How you doing, Kenneth? Good to see you. Yeah, the content's been good, Ashley. I've got a couple more full days. What are we gonna do Thursday night? What are we gonna do?
You wanted to do Resort World, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna tour Resort World. I'm going to do a feature on the newly opened Resort World. There are features out there, but they don't cover stuff the way I do. I have my own style. I like to capture something that it's not informative. It's just going to give you a feel for the atmosphere of what it's all about. I think they're pretty cool about cameras inside of the place. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go check out the Shelby video there, Missy. Yeah. Go check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. I edited it down so that would be under 10 minutes or so for that. So, you don't want to linger on every car and every shot. You get the feel.
Old after a while.
Yeah. You get the sense of what it is. So, I mean, that's
keep
what
them
I
wanting.
like to do.
Keep them wanting more. Keep them wanting to come back for more.
Now tonight we had already gone shopping on, what was it, Sunday? Saturday? Sunday. And I'd had groceries in the fridge, so I got a whole nother thing of hamburger meat up there, another pound of hamburger meat. So I want to use up the food that was just take the dry goods home and leave any fresh stuff with Mr. Z. Yeah, eggs and all that stuff that you can. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, all that stuff, and whip up something else. We have some more noodles, and so we might have another kitchen stadium. I've seen a lot of YouTubers streaming, and would you be? Yeah, I don't want to stream though because I'm not going to get the quality I want there. I want to get recorded content.
Rosie's evolving at this point.
Yeah, I'm evolving.
This is an evolutionary process.
There's three kinds of streams. There's the usual like chooching streams when we're out, like probably tomorrow night we might be downtown chooching the usual route. People love that stuff, going out with the flashlight and the back streets of Vegas a little bit. Okay, the second kind of chooching is like we're just sitting here and just bullshitting with you guys. But there's the kind of work that I want to do that if I'm going to go visit Resort World and all that, I want to leave something that's going to be lasting. And if I do a live stream, that live stream will be dead in a week. Nobody will watch it. Okay, but if I do recorded content and it's high quality in 4K, then YouTube will promote that for a long time, and people can get a sense of that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I love live streaming, but I also love to do something that's going to linger a while. So like I said, I've had 20 million views on the channel, and you don't get 20 million views by being a live streamer. You can see people that go live on the daily that have 300, 400, 500 people. And you think to myself, my God, these people must be huge views. And no, you know, they don't even break 2 million views after 10 years or something, okay? That's not what promotes viewership in the long run, okay? You've got to do, I mean, I'm not saying you got to, I mean, shit, I love live.
You gotta.
Yeah, I mean, I love lives. I love going live and bullshit. But if you really want to have quality, you've got to do recorded stuff. Main walkways of resort, they seem slippery if you're planning on. Now, I'm not going to wear heels.
Go for a lawsuit.
Now, I know the parking garage is a long way from the hotel. I'm prepared for that. Yeah, that's super smart. You're right. YouTube will promote you. Well, it's, I don't know. I wouldn't say genius, do little, but I would say I've known that for a long time. But it's fun to be interactive. You need to have both. You need to have a mix of both if you care of it. But a lot of people don't care. They don't care. They're here to have fun and talk, and that's cool. And I admire people. Do what you want on YouTube. But for me, I care about, as you said today, you're always investing and always trying to move forward with
you're not stagnating. Keep saying
yeah,
that. You're not stagnating. You're not gonna sit and fester.
It's just something I want to do. Yeah, chooching in heels isn't always safe. I'll say that. I maybe wear heels 2 times a year at that. So
heels are for the Piranha Club.
Yeah,
not Las Vegas Boulevard.
My sparkly silver or sparkly gold dress is for the Piranha Club. I think we'll try to get down there in December just for old times.
That would be awesome. I've been jonesing
a night
for that.
Down there, yeah. Yeah, I got some cute showgirls. I got some butt on video tonight. Some smiles and things. That one girl was stern, smiled. I got some.
Oh, she was a cutie. Yeah.
I got some cuteness on there. Now remember, when I put people in my video, I'm not, you know,
forcing it.
Well, I'm just saying, some of them are a distance away. But man, I like to get right up on people, so you see their faces and you see their expressions. And let's face it, guys.
Hey, Skylara.
Let's face it. Hi, Skylara. People love to see people in video. They love to see what people are doing.
It's action. It's motion.
Whether they're eating at an outdoor bar, sitting there, and it's a nicely framed scene, or whether they're walking along, holding hands, or riding down an escalator, or something
even
like
subtle
that.
motion, you know, gives the eyes something to look at.
Yeah, I love people in
Great
videos.
work.
I'd love to see what people are doing. Nice couple having a caricature done tonight and all that. So, thank you, Rosemary. Hey, Pansy, how you doing, babe? What the hell was that noise?
I thought that was you.
It sounded weird. It sounded like a body hit the ground. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Pansy. Yeah, I love people watching. People is great. You know, people riding down next to each other on an escalator. Frame up that shot in the distance between those two people. You're gonna see some moves and maybe pick up a few tips for yourself. If you ever get a chance, check out the Famous Pet Center. Yeah, you told me that, Mark. We're gonna do that in when I come back in December. Hey Joseph,
yeah.
how are you?
Love your video. Send it to us.
Wow, he has a 57 Shelby, 67. That is awesome, Joseph. Good to see you. Hi, Stacy. Yeah, love people watching. Yeah, make sure that you please check out the Shelby Performance Center video today. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that, Joe Kane. It'll be good. I'm not going to oversell it, but after I would take a clip, I'd show it to Mr. Z. How you doing, Cindy? I would show it to Mr. Z and say, what do you think of this? And did you see the way I did that to do this? And why do you do this?
She was learning me.
You know, should we do a pull away or do we do an in? You know, like that pizza sign in front of Valley. Should we pull away from it?
How many was it? 5 times up the escalator? Yeah, 6 times?
5 times up and down the escalator. because I'm coming down. I said, "Wow, you can see the reflection of Bellagio Hotel while those people were eating behind the glass there."
And one time she's coming around and then she's heading towards the escalator. I'm like, "Rose, the escalator." She said, "Oh, I got it. I was like, "Oh, just making sure you don't have another helicopter episode there."
That was my that was my ADP tonight, to make sure I didn't fall down or go into the street. But it's a lot of fun. If you can't have fun, and I go to bed at night feeling good about YouTube. I do. I feel good about what I put out on the daily. And I think that's the thing that keeps me going. I don't have any regrets. I didn't slam anybody. I didn't brutalize anybody. I didn't drag anybody. And it's just the way I like to roll. That's, I feel good. I go to bed with a smile on my face. And I haven't even gotten laid,
Yeah, Pansy, I got learned. She learned me tonight.
Learned. There's Pansy. Good time.
She schooled me.
I'll check it out. Always do. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, I'm glad, Stacy. She said you're my connection to the outside world. Yeah, I love Pansy. You really started to hear about John. Always something I wish would never happen. Yeah, she didn't go from COVID though. She was just tough, and sometimes she was just, she was mostly blind and wheelchair bound, and she just stopped eating. She just kind of lost her will to live. And they're not going to fight that tooth and nail, but it happens, right? Loss has been a continuous
It's been a bad year.
Mr. Z losing
I've
his
had 4 people personally,
wife.
family and friends that I've lost
Exactly.
within 8 months. 4 people in 8 months that
and I've had 2, and plus one of my very close friends, and his wife that I had known and met in person, and extended every kindness and everything. So it's been we're dealing with it, It's always something, isn't it, Jerry? But you know what? We're made of tough stuff. We're made to move on. That's right, Pansy. Same way you want to run your channel. It's a slow road, Pansy, but it's a sure road. You don't have to go to bed worrying about if you're going to be terminated the next day. That's for sure. Hey, Goldie, how you doing, sweetheart? Thank you.
Hey, Goldie.
I wasn't particularly close to her because she was in Norfolk, Virginia. So, thank you, Cinnamon. So it's just, I'm not alone. I got Goldie here, who's an instructing nurse. She teaches people how to do stuff. She has put herself in the path of COVID in more places, teaching more people how to properly vaccinate people and how to protect health. I mean, that's a real hero. That's a real hero of the pandemic. Okay. I don't do jack except wear my mask, but this is a person that has willingly put themselves in the path of some of the most infected and
well, you assist people with their emotional needs, though. You do.
The thing that makes me happy on this channel is when somebody says, "You're my lifeline to the outside," or you are traveling for me now. Because A, my health doesn't permit me to travel. B, my finances don't permit me to travel, which I sometimes wonder because you can't travel cheaper than the rose.
You gonna drink this one?
I'm only kidding.
You gonna drink this one, or am I gonna hijack it?
I'm gonna drink it. You can go get.
Man.
Well, you have to replace it if you drink it.
No, I'll go get it some more.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you're. Okay, you're good. All right, I'll give you that one. All right. I'm gonna go get some more beers. Swig that down real quick, and I'll grab some more. At least one apiece. Right on.
There you go. Alcoholic.
We know when to stop. We're not alcoholics.
So I love that when somebody says I'm traveling with you when I'm out there. So that's why I broadcast my life every day. Because we're going to be ramping it up. We're not going to be in Vegas till December or probably November again, and we're going to be doing a special trip with Mr. Z up 95, doing Goldfield and Tonopah, because a lot of people got pissed off when I went to Tonopah, and evidently I insulted some people about not being a cinematic place, and I dumped on Tonopah. All right, it's hard to get good captures when they have Burger King signs in front of the most haunted hotel in Nevada. That just pisses you off, right? Thank you, Mark. And Mark, I appreciate every comment that you make. I've been Bim and everybody. Wait for those who are exactly. Jerry, ill, smart, too smart to travel during a pandemic. Put Rosie out there. She's a pigeon. Send her out on the ice like a penguin. If it breaks, oh, I'm coming down, Pansy. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a great time. The man works hard, Rosie. A few of those wimpy beers. I know, Glenda. I'm agreeing with you. I like to bust his balls a bit, you know. I always pick on Mr. Z. You know that. So, hi, Maria. How you doing? Thank you. Thumbs up are most appreciated. And for everybody, we've had some people that, you know, Quirky Girl, as I talked about today, was seriously assaulted in the hospital, terribly injured. You know, Missy, AKA my wonderful moderator for years here. And they don't see her around as much because guess what? She's got a life. She's been dealing with a family member. Her dad has been fighting to survive for years. Okay. And this girl has got a huge heart. You know, and she deals. Doesn't come on, she doesn't whine, she doesn't bitch, she just does, and I like that. Yeah, I'm coming to Florida, Jay. I'd love to meet you. No, if I feel the gritty side is so beautiful. No offense, your femininity has come out. I feel the gritty side is so beautiful. No offense. That's the way I am, Betty Undercover. I'm the best of both worlds, male and female in one. Yeah, I'm taking one for the team, Goldie. I'm a blend of both. I like that. I like that. Taking this along. So it's a lot of fun. And I've developed a lot of great relationships with people. As you know, Jody was added to the fleet, and you know, she's just an amazing person. And whoa, god darn, big ass roach up here. That thing was coming up to try to get the beer. You shitting me? The hell is? Man, there was a roach about that long. I thought it was, I thought the dog was coming up here. Jesus. Flick this thing out there. You want to get drunk? They crawl into cans. They smell that beer. Man, there was a huge roach about this big on the seat. It was literally the size of a feral cat.
I've seen a few of them running around here.
God, I cannot believe the size of that mofo.
Brought some goldfish for snack.
That scared the hell out of me. How you doing, Cyanide? Good to see you, honey. Where are my nudes you were going to send me?
I went to the store. Got some more beers.
Oh, that's right. Cyanide's like, we're supposed to trade nude for nude, and I'm one behind.
Is that like at 68? You do me, I owe one. I owe you one?
Yeah. Oh, what the hell it was. Hey, Honey Badger, how you doing?
No, Joe, we finished that off years ago. That monkey shoulder
how you
whiskey.
doing, Honey Badger? Yeah, the Cyanide Cupcake is at work. She's a working girl, but she's not working the streets. Are you still drinking that monkey shoulder? No, it's being held at the ranch.
You still have some?
Of course I do.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought we finished it off.
No, there's about that much in there.
Get some more of that. We got to make a trip to Lee's.
When you come up to the plan tentatively is like in November to somehow or another I get down to Vegas or whatever, and then we roll up to Goldfield and Tonopah and all, maybe up to Reno and all that. When you get home, check out articles in the about grow farms in Sebastopol. Okay.
Yeah, you found one.
42-hour week. Okay, babe. Making that money. I live in Brazil, Sao Paulo. Okay, Bim Bim. Grazie. I wish I knew Portuguese. So, how you doing, Lucy? So we're kind of playing September by ear because of the COVID BS. Yeah, the owner of Lee's died, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, we're so sad.
How you doing, Monica? Oh, thank you, Lee. I'm doing good tonight, Kitty. Um, I had my grip ride me around tonight. My production assistant had what did you have to cover off? Transportation, camera, safety,
Equipment,
compliance,
safety, security, OSHA.
Please don't forget it. Oh, I know, Cupcake. I'm gonna meet up, honey. We're gonna give a big hug. We're gonna go booby to booby, a big crushing hug there. Looks like corn if he had his hair cut out. Looks like
That's a compliment. I'll take that. Right on, right?
I like corn. He is a great friend to have the patience of Job to be out there on. But I think he kind of enjoys it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't having fun.
Because if you get something worthwhile out of it, you think that was worth the trip. If you see that.
It takes me out of my world that I'm dealing with, and I can enjoy things for a little bit and then go back to reality.
The hardest thing for a lot of people is shooting where there's a lot of people around because of bumping in. God forbid you bump into somebody these days. They might knock your head off. You
get a freaking knife in your kidney.
I don't shoot out in the country with the camera facing a mountain in this stream. I like to be where the people are and where all the action is. So that's what I like to do. But it has its risks, and when you have somebody that's this spotter that's with you, it really works out.
You need a wrangler.
Good.
That's what we call a wrangler.
Hey Fozzie, how you doing tonight? Boy, hey Robert Mack, you're back in SoCal. He is awesome. Monkey Boy's cool too. Yeah. Yes, he lives in LA and he lives in Vegas. Yep. My two good pals down here in Vegas fixing when I see her.
I haven't seen her. She's been busy.
Well, she went through all the drama of her son running off.
Oh, jeez, I did not even know that.
Oh, you didn't know
I've been
that?
out of touch.
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop.
You got to stay plugged in.
I know it's hard. Easy.
But they got him back.
That's good. The older boy, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Richard. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's raining.
It feels okay.
Pitter patter. Yeah, I mean, this does good enough. This does good enough.
Yeah,
it feels like a mister right now.
Joe Kane said first day of spring here today, raining. This is the first rain, Joe Kane, that I've literally felt since Mexico City. Mexico City. It actually feels pretty refreshing. So I always have to thank Mr. Z for going with me. Can I pimp a music show? Of course you can, Pansy. Got to make sure to sub up to Pansy's channel, Pansy Gronty. She's amusing as hell. She's cute.
Pansy's
and she knows
unique in a good way, right?
She knows music. Yeah, like I know titles, I know bands. She knows albums. She knows cuts she knows cuts on albums.
I can name that tune in one freaking note.
She knows
name that tune.
She knows cuts on albums that never made the playlist on any radio station anywhere. She knows that. She knows deep on all that stuff. So I believe she's having a big AC/DC deal. So now we're having. I got some goldfish. Just some goldfish.
Oh, Pansy, Led Zeppelin, nice choice. Yes, yeah, Lee, I'm dealing with things, and hi, Maria. So I had to interject there.
Oh, thank you, Kitty. We've gotten a lot of sun this summer. No, we have goldfish here.
Crackers.
Goldfish were on special. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Some of us have a sense of humor. We just try to keep things light. there's enough drama. That's what I say, Glenda. This is a place where you can have a sense of
People
humor.
can't take a joke these days, you know.
Monkey Boy is in. How you doing? Don't tell me she hopped the fence.
No, she came
the people.
Well, this side, I believe this side is open. This is what I was telling you, but that side, I don't know if it's fenced.
Monkey Boy is in L.A., Joe. He works during the week in L.A. and then comes up to Vegas on the weekend. So
I would love to come to Florida, but I can't.
He's a working man.
I've got logistical issues.
On Halloween Day, are you going to do a live at the cemetery? I guess I'm going to have to get a ghost box. I'm not sure if I'm going to be at the... I usually do a Halloween live stream. I got my little black Dorito
We had a blast last year.
bikini and my black pointy
She does
hat
her
and stuff.
fashion show.
Yeah. And we have a lot of fun. Last year, J.K. NoCal and his wife came down.
Harmony
We had a
came
good
down,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time coming down. So I think Mr. Z is going to be coming up to the rancho.
We'll see.
I
We'll see how
believe.
that works.
See
We'll
how
try.
it goes.
Give it a shot.
Don't think I'm going to be in Biloxi for Halloween. Is there an adult costume party or something? Donnie, how you doing? Where I could be Space Girl from Planet X.
There we go. No, I just flip back.
You know,
yeah.
we always do something unless I'm on the road. I shouldn't really be. I should be back at the end of October, I think so. Oh, you live here? That would be great, Mark. Let's meet somewhere and just hang out. You don't have to be on camera or anything. And we just, there's plenty of people I've met down here never been on.
You could sit at the other side of this table.
Never
there.
been on camera, so you don't necessarily have to be. I've always respected people's privacy. I've always kept every confidence that's ever been entrusted to me on YouTube, so I'm proud of that. So, which place would you recommend for moving to? California,
Neither.
Vegas, California, Vegas, or Florida? Somebody asked you a question.
Yeah, neither. I mean,
What do you mean?
California, I don't know. Every place has got its issues, right?
Well, I'll be,
We got a lot of
I'll be
heat here, that's the
driving
problem.
through, Donnie.
I'm particular to Vegas, of course, because I've lived here so long. So, but I love California. I mean, there's California.
You've
I
lived
love
in-
Northern California.
NorCal.
Southern California has its charm, but
Yeah, screw the Dodgers.
NorCal, yeah,
Screw the Dodgers.
yeah.
Go Giants.
Giants,
Giants.
49ers.
Ashley, I think my first trip is going to be up to Lake Tahoe. I'm going to try to see what's going on with the fires up there. Hey, Madam X, I don't know how close I get. I don't know how it's going to work out. If I'm having problems, we'll just roll on to Reno, or we'll go around to Carson City. We'll find a way to get to where the action is down there. See what's going on.
Yeah, Glenda, you just deal with it, right? You got bills to pay. You tolerate it.
I don't think I could do the. I don't think in Biloxi I could do the humidity down there. Ashley, check out the playlist on my channel called The Great Santa Rosa Fire. You'll see what devastation is.
The shadow always makes me look like I got a big old mohawk coming down my head.
6,000 homes in 6 hours. Wiped out. That's the only feature video I have that was nominated for the London Independent Film Festival over there.
Oh shit.
Yep, didn't win anything, but just to be nominated for that was amazing. They evacuated South Lake Tahoe.
Oh no.
They've got to. It's too. You can't leave people in there. Yeah, Cindy's like, I still have. Check out my video. My videos from that. Check out my series, Cindy. I had PTSD for about people on the channel were like, Rosie changed. I never saw so much loss and so much horror. And the next year we're packing our shit again, and then we skip a year. Then the next year we're packing up and getting ready to flee. I'm sure it'll happen again this year. And then to hear some girl in a bikini out there setting fires or something, is that like insane?
Stupid ass.
Right? A very high property tax. Well, California's property taxes are not high. If you buy, yeah, but like me, Proposition 13, I live cheap as hell in California. My average utility bill is about $50 a month year round.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
I don't need AC. I hardly use any heat. Right. My property taxes are fixed at the 1% of the price I paid for the property. Never goes up, you know, unless you vote for a library bond or a school bond. So my level of taxation for income tax is low because the level where you begin paying is $60,000-$80,000 incomes.
You ain't got that.
I ain't
Rose
got
is
that.
Not rich, guys.
I ain't got that.
Rose
So
ain't
I'm living pretty good. Property taxes are for me are just they're not even a consideration. So I live cheap as hell.
Rosie, yeah. You manage your finances well.
Oh, come on, Pansy. Don't tell me about the Oakland A's. Come on. You sound like Janet Fields now.
They want to come here, but I don't want them to come here. We got enough bullshit here.
Strip crowd was good. It wasn't super crowded, which was nice. Yeah, I remember when I'm videoing, I'm in everybody's way. I'm like just walking, crossing people's paths. So
she's knocking kids over, you know, yeah. Grandmas.
Of course, I prefer California. I can't live in the humidity of Florida, and it doesn't get that cold where I am. I've never had snow in Santa Rosa. That's right, Madame X. Pay your taxes. I lived through Valley Fire and all the fire. I always have the go bag packed. Lake County, there you go, Stacy. Smell of barbecue. It just does. It flashes and triggers in your mind. I don't think San Jose would support a baseball team. Sorry. San Jose is not, you know, the Sharks, they're really supported out of San Francisco. San Jose is not a sports town.
Sharks aren't a fan of, aren't a friend of the Knights, so we hate the Sharks down here.
Yeah, we're out of water. Well, we won't be. I mean, there'll be Pacific storms that come over. I worry more about what goes on in the Colorado basin. Date the tax and have my insurance.
Yeah, Glenda, I'm not a fan of the Raiders either. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hi, Loretta. Sorry. How are you? Yeah, thumbs up or appreciate it, guys, if we could get up there. I have to pay my taxes in October. When I get home in September 10th, that tax bill will come thundering through the slot.
My property taxes are due right now.
Mine are due December and April.
Quarterly. August, October, January, and then August, whatever.
It was like a wet spot. I don't like that, Pandy. I grew up in Baltimore with that shit. So I just, man, at night, you see me on the ranch, I got to put sweatshirts on, and it
gets
cold.
Chilly at the fucking ranch.
Cold.
I was there in October. I've been in there, in May and in October. In October, it got frigid. I was...
Lee, I think the first thing we're going to do on our travel is we're going to try to head up to Tahoe, see what's going on up there with the fires and stuff. I don't know about that cinnamon hot. You're amazing. Next is currently being built by the Venetian. I'm looking forward to the next Madison Square Garden Sphere. It is currently being built by the Venetian.
That's the one you were
I was asking him today about that.
What is this? A sphere?
I don't know what it is. What does it do?
It's gonna be. I don't know.
That's right, Elmer. Property in Georgia County really, yeah. It's been over years since you sang it. I know it has. The Clippers fight song. Dun, dun, do, 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 do. Bring you Baltimore Clippers. Do, 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 do. With you Clippers from Baltimore. Yeah, Tahoe would be terrible. And if South Lake Tahoe burns down, you've got Harvey's there, which is very famous. You've got beautiful condominiums and very ritzy places up there in Tahoe. Very expensive. The night that boss Janet and Bobby and I went to Tahoe in October 7th and 8th of 2017, on the way home from Lake Tahoe, we came down to the valley floor by Davis, and we were hit by the most incredibly strong winds crossing the Central Valley there. The next day, Santa Rosa burned down. 1/3 of the city burned down then. So I have bad memories of Tahoe. I did do a cinematic Lake Tahoe feature. Maybe Jody, you could find that. It's called Cinematic Lake Tahoe. You may enjoy that video. Kirkwood is being spared. Yeah, with the ATM bomb history. How you doing, Chef? You may enjoy the video I did. That's when I used the Olympus camera for Cinematic Tahoe. Cheers. Man, doesn't that breeze just like, wow.
It's nice out here.
August 31st is.
It's nice out here.
Woo, tomorrow's September 1st. Unreal.
The rain is more like a mister right now.
It just feels like a mister, like walking down the street and they got the mister on. Like at a baseball game or a football game or something like that. Yeah, I'll bet it's been a long day. If you could change anything you wanted in California, what would it be? I guess I would change the water situation there.
Yeah, that's...
I don't think we need a high-speed rail between San Francisco and LA. I think we need to have a better reservoir system. We should take that $100 billion and build better reservoirs and things. Like Southern California has no water problem at all. Their reservoirs are like 70–80% full. They're good for 3 years at least. So.
Our Thompson was telling you about the sphere.
Revenue in standing capacity, but what do they do over the money? The MSG will be seating all 2 jobs. But what do you do in there? Is it just a concert pavilion, or no? It would just be more rain. The reservoir's too early, then we're at it. Well, they're stupid management, McDave. We have really stupid people that manage our rivers. I mean, I go up to the Russian River 3 weeks ago. We were up there in Healdsburg, and the water's flowing real good down the Russian River, you know, and it's just like, you know, build water, not things that need water to run exactly. I saw a video the other day. Crying felt bad. Thank you, Ashley. That was, I think that was 7 years ago. We'll be equipped with 19,000, which will spread across the interior of the venue. But I don't know what it is. Is it just a concert hall? Yep, September 1st. Yeah, the Russian River is just being wasted. It's just flowing out to the sea.
You mean the casings, Patricia? The when they eject out of the side? Is that what you mean? The casing?
What was she talking about?
Can you inquire about the video? Why don't bolts go straight out the end of the gun, but sort of through the side?
You're looking at the casing of the bullet that's ejected.
I think that's what you're asking, yeah.
The bullets do go straight out. I slowed down the speed so that you could see the orange muzzle fire coming out of the, because flame does come out of the, you don't see it because your eye can't process it that quickly. But flame does come out every time you take a shot with the gun. You'll have a muzzle fire.
It's an explosion, yeah. It's a mini cannon.
Arena will primarily host award shows and concerts. Although it was not designed to host sporting events, there was a possibility of hosting. Okay. I've been on YouTube since January 3rd, 2013. I've done over 12,000 videos for boxing and mixed martial arts, 1,000-foot pedestrian connect the sphere to the Sands Expo. Is there too much event space though? I mean,
there's a lot of event space here.
When you think the convention center, the forum is always expanded, MGM can hold 3,000 to 4,000 people.
It's a city of entertainment.
You've got the Vegas Stadium, Raiders,
Allegiant Stadium.
Allegiant Stadium.
A lot of casinos have concert
Yeah,
venues,
I
too.
know, Pansy, but I'm going to start to have call-in where I'm going to have a phone and people can call in the call-in number. The bullets 1 ounce. It's just Pansy because Mr. Z will tell you, I did panels for years. And
It drags you down.
it just is just, after a while, seems like all panels eventually devolve into fights and people become enemies and
People get butt hurt.
it just turns
Rosie
to
drinks
shit.
more beer.
You put the same people together night in, night out, year in year, you're inevitably going to have conflict. Somebody's going to say something. Well, Pansy, I love to, every time you're on it, I can see you on there, I'll panel up. And a lot of times you're 3 hours ahead of me, so. Yeah, the T-Mobile Arena too, Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that holds, how many people?
I think 18,000.
18,000 people, so. I can see a competition amongst venues.
I know, Glenda, right? I was looking at that. I've got like one of those mohawk things going.
Yeah, it looks
shadow.
like TR Prepper,
There we go.
That's it. That's to get that mohawk lined up. But it's a lot of capacity to be absorbed here. Right now, the casinos are holding probably the most they've ever held of every gambling dollar. Nobody's winning anything in casinos that I can see my walkthrough.
Tight.
There's no bells ringing. There's no, they're probably holding the full 25% that the law allows them to hold right now. So that's it. I mean, that's all that you, it's a bad time to gamble right now. It's not even worth it. Bad time to gamble. But I've reached a point in my life where I don't need, my interest in gambling is zero.
Well, it's an entertainment value for you, and that's what it should be.
It's just like,
Just for
I got
entertainment,
other
you
things
move
I
on.
like to do here.
Yeah.
I want to go, next time I come down, I want to get Mr. Z and go do go-karts. I want to go down to Speed.
We could do that.
And I want to get into karts. I want to get my GoPro and get my mount and put it on the go-kart and stuff. So, yeah, not right now, Mark Thompson. I went back to the Cortez 3 weeks ago, and it was like totally different. The machines that were dependable, Hot Wheels.
2 weeks prior, or last time you were hitting on them, this
June.
time you were just dying on them. Everywhere, in every casino, the same machines
Yeah,
are
there
just
you go,
tightened up.
Goldie-tron. Like there were so many concerts, the cops were yelling. Strip like Gypsy Rose Lee with the balloons. Well, that's what I did. Madam X, I used to do videos with bubbles on the end of my boobs, and it was a different era. Yeah, good, Pansy. It's just that you guys finish up when I'm just, you're done when I'm able to come on, so. Last time you were kind enough to stay up till like 1:30 in the morning, so. Yeah, I took them down. They're just long gone. I took down 10,000 videos over the years, so. YouTube's a different platform.
Exactly,
They used to
Dave.
be fun and like a Wild West. It wasn't crazy, but now everything's got to be all PC and you can't do anything. Didn't become biggest to beginning. I'm like, yeah, exactly, McDave. In the Vegas speed track, you can only get tickets in race course. Get tickets in race.
A double shot, about ready to have a
Well,
dip.
even go-karts with Mr. Z, they do have a go-kart track.
There's a lot of go-kart
I
tracks here.
passed a go-kart track
Quite
on
a
the
few.
Sunset today.
Yeah, there's quite a few out here.
When I was going over to Shelby Motorsport, I passed the go-kart place on the road coming over Eastern.
There's quite a few.
Sunset. And this fall I'll be doing bikini baking on Friday. We'll try to pick that up again. There's a few. It'd be fun to put the GoPro and mount it up and do the go-kart thing. Mr. Z, if you went to
Actually, that's on a need-to-know basis, just in case. You never know who's watching, right?
Yeah, double shot this fall. I just don't want to be in there in the heat of That'll probably start up in October. I don't like the heat of summer baking in there. Cut them off and make. Damn, Pansy, make him crash. Mr. Z's my friend. I don't want to make him crash. We'll do a little Ben-Hur. We'll rub wheels together.
We'll trade some paint. Yeah, that's what you call it, trading paint. Yeah. Rubbing tires.
There's a major push that's been going to ban smoking by interest groups. Maybe it's best for, but I don't know. It would hurt the casinos tremendously because gambling is like an addictive personality.
Quite honestly, and if I can interject with some of the history that I know of, that they've tried that in the past, but it just never works. They even went to where there's only specific areas you could smoke in a casino, which doesn't work either.
Thank you.
There was one casino that tried that with the no smoking, but it didn't work. Peppermill tried that and it didn't work. Too many people smoke.
Yeah, it's like
they're like F that.
Smoking and gambling kind of go hand in hand. Planet 13 looks like a apple for smoke lovers.
My sister is a customer of Planet 13. Yeah, she loves it there.
Now, I've never been to a Cirque show. I think I've been to, when my kids were little, they wanted to go to the Mac King Goldfish, the Mac King show at Harrah's, the afternoon matinee magic show for kids. And I think we went to, when we stayed at, how did we stay?
Actually, McDave, no, we've been
Golden Nugget. We got tickets for the show down there.
We've been increasing it. Summers usually we're busy and then we're decreased, but actually our work has been okay. We've been solid throughout the whole pandemic, actually, surprisingly enough.
Yeah. I've never been a big show person. Have you noticed you traded decrease? No, I think you were particularly strong in July and August. It was crazy.
July and August, yeah.
And things were gearing up.
Yeah.
You were, like, where's my bonus check for working through the pandemic, right?
I know, where's my superhero status?
Yeah, where's my superhero? He was an essential worker, right?
Madam X, yes, I can say I have had some close calls. What they call the sphincter factor, 1 to 10, yeah, I've had up to 10s.
You're up on that crane and that.
I've had.
Put that low.
When I was running the boom trucks, the smaller ones, yeah, I've almost tipped those suckers, and that was very scary.
When you pick up and the thing starts to.
Oh, you just got to get used to it. You got to shut it out of your brain. You go, this is what it's meant to do. It's meant to do this. It's meant to look like it's about to fall over.
You see those black clouds coming in.
Then the lightning. That's the
lightning
scary
bolts
shit.
up on top of the crane, right? Chance of no water, but building keeps going strong. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, dude.
It's called political influence, McDave,
it is.
not sensibility.
It's thinking for this and not with this.
If the Sierra Club was as influential as developers, there would be nothing built here. Okay, it would just.
They wanted to build. They wanted to build up. They wanted to desecrate Red Rock. They wanted to build up into Red Rock. Are you kidding me?
It would be like the California Coastal Commission. There's nothing on the coast of California built. It's all wild.
They need that here. They need to start setting some standards.
How you doing, Nicole? Do they have lightning rods on cranes? You bet they do. Yeah.
Oh, hello, Nicole.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Z's, that crane is like.
Well, being moored, because generally the swaying isn't so bad, but there's other issues. Yeah.
The
deflection of the boom as the trolley extends. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Pansy, take care, babe. Mr. Z's like, it's a whole nother set of issues you deal with up there.
You would be surprised at what you wouldn't think of that you have to deal with.
And even just ground level boom trucks going at.
Yeah.
Picking up something and just tipping over, and you don't understand what goes in.
You don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
stay off the equipment. That's the general rule, right?
Yep, that's right, Mark. So, money, 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 right?
Yeah, that got shut down though. Luckily, they shut that down.
The cranes get set up as the building goes up. So,
Yeah, McDave, I can take my trade anywhere. That's one thing that I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna live my days out here. I'm getting too old to move.
Those days.
I actually thought about going to Canada.
Wine and rose.
BC, Canada.
I would hope he'd come at the
That'd be
door. He
lovely.
could make a fortune in San Francisco,
Oh, it's a crane.
Their book is so
We
heavy.
looked at that shit when we were out there walking around. I was telling her, I was like, how in the F do they set up cranes in this
Yeah.
city, bro? It's crazy just to level it.
Yeah, good to see you, Pansy. God love you, honey. Those days of wine and rose.
If you can get me a ticket, McDave, I will go. New Zealand. I will head out
Yeah,
there.
if he ever moved back to San Francisco, he could make a fortune over there. Yeah, you need to have riggers that set up, I think, the bases and things like that. A crane operator is different from a rigger. Riggers are unionized and they make big money.
Riggers are a different career field.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
So I've seen some riggers do some shit
yeah.
that I'm just like, blows my mind. How did you figure that out, you know?
You have to have a lot of balls to be a rigger, A lot of these guys go up on the thing that's being lifted and put into position. They're riding up on the thing to get ready to bolt it in. Some of these signs are down here. You got Young Brothers Electric Sign Company and all that.
Oh yeah,
shit.
Young Electric Sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of, yeah. What's the lion for, Nicole? If I might ask, or we'll talk later.
She's probably horny today or something.
We'll talk later then.
Yeah, we're hey P2E, P2, who's IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, up in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah, PT. I respect rigging. Rigging is a unique trade. Some of those guys, dude, they just get that center of balance.
Hundreds of rungs on that ladder. Yeah. Climb, climb, climb. Reciprocity, you could go anywhere and keep your pension. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's true. The lions to protect us
The thing
against
is,
you.
in San Francisco, he could make 50% more than here, but the cost of living
But I'll be
is
paying
high.
75% more in
He'd be
living.
staying at the Rancho, though.
Yeah, there you go.
Commuting. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for riggers.
This is a funny story. I was on a job one day and I was sending something up to a 7-Eleven and it kind of slipped a little bit and I was joking. I said, blame the rigger. But then I realized how that could have sounded if people misunderstood what I had said. What'd you call that guy?
That's another very.
No,
that's
that's not what I called him.
That's another hard union, like longshoremen, to break into.
It's hard work,
Riggers,
yeah.
Electricians.
That's respectable work.
Yeah.
That's man work.
I mean, you got to
That's
really
alpha
pay.
male work there.
You really got to pay somebody off to get into the longshoremen.
Not sitting at a security site bitching about your boss getting you kicked off. That's not alpha work.
My folks knew some people that were couple. The husband worked as longshoreman foreman.
I'll keep that in
He
mind,
worked-
McDave.
He worked 2 hours a week, and he made $125,000 a year in 1980.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
when you advance in the longshoreman, you move into the position of being the person that hands out the badges for the day of who's going to work.
Yeah.
And you're only in some days like 20 minutes.
Jesus.
It's another very difficult union to get into.
I'm out of beers, Nicole. I've gone to the dip now. I've already buzzed.
I wanted to get into it when I worked at Bethlehem Steel shipyards down at the Fairfield Yard in the late 70s, early 80s, helping rebuild marine engines and stuff. I wanted to get into that longshoreman union so bad.
You gotta be
But my old man's like, no, put your money towards college. And I purchased a big blue-eyed down by the store that has sat. Okay, well, good luck on that, Mark. That's a tough location there.
Yeah, that was gonna be what were they gonna call
God,
that? I
that's
remember
like-
that. Yeah, that was gonna be.
Yeah, that's like Death Corner down there. That Sahara and all that. Mr. Z, Glendon, my brother-in-law, crane operator, makes some serious money.
Yeah, I started in the wrong place for crane operating.
I want to see that sphere when I always have something I look forward to when I come to. Always
It's gonna be
something
cool
I
when
can
it's
go
done.
see, right? I tell I'd say, Mr. Z, what is this? Oh, he's like, that's going to be the sphere. Okay, we got to check that out.
She's like, what's the sphere? I'm like, I don't know. They just said it's the sphere.
We'll go
That's
to an
all I
event
know.
I'll probably go to a Knights game or something coming up. Something
Oh,
like that.
that would be awesome. I would love to
We
take
go
a
to the
good Knights
Vegas
game.
Knights game and then knock down some serious beers afterward or something.
2023 for the MSG sphere.
And sometime I'd like to go to a pro boxing event in Vegas too, but they're so few and far
There hasn't been a
between
lot
now.
of boxing in Las
Yeah,
Vegas
they don't
lately.
attract a lot of. It's more.
To be a Mayweather Pacquiao BS.
It's more
and it's
MMA
like,
stuff.
Yeah, now it's a lot of yeah.
Yeah, crane operators know how to get it up.
You got to know how to set it up before you get it up.
Yeah, I never got into hockey. I used to watch the Clippers in Baltimore, but it was too southern a city, so it just never. It was just baseball, basketball, and football were the big three in Baltimore. We lost the Bullets to the Capital Bullets, then the Wizards. Yeah, the UFCs, and I'd like to see a UFC
UFC's big
champion.
here.
I'd like to see that.
Those tickets are usually
Auntie M
ridiculous.
says, do you have to pay to initially get into the longshoreman union? You got to know somebody that works there. They have to be influential in the union.
You got to have an
And
in.
you better
You
have
an in.
You better have these days like $10,000-$20,000 in an envelope and say, hey, I think you dropped this outside.
Let's just say nepotism pulls a lot of weight
Yeah.
in the unions these days. Nepotism.
I mean, you better really know somebody.
I'm not against nepotism as long as
Hey,
the individual
LaDonna, how you
can do the job.
doing? LaDonna says, I want to be a judge in a male exotic dance convention. Oh, I love LaDonna. She's so cute.
Content creators union.
Well,
Yeah, that's
P2E,
true.
you got to have a lot of smarts to get into the IBEW. That's like one of the top unions in the nation. Let's be serious, brother.
Yeah, the
Like
local
in San
12 out here.
Francisco, in San Francisco, that book is so full down there, and let's be real. That book is so deep down there, and it's not easy to get into the IB. It's not easy to be an electrician. So I have a lot of respect for tradesmen, obviously. I worked as a framing carpenter. I've been in 3 unions. CWA, Communication Workers of America, when I worked at Western Electric on Broning Highway, in the cable plant, Building 70, in the apparatus shop down there. I've been in the Teamsters Union when I worked at Good Humor Corporation. It'll be a Teamster. And I've been in the SEIU, Select Employees International Union, which is like clerical and all that kind of shit. So,
Oh, and the union of awesome people too.
yeah,
Don't
the
forget
union
that.
of buttholes and a-holes. So I've been in 3 unions. Well, the UAW didn't do any favors to the American auto industry, but it did make it hyper competitive. Look at how I just stand back today and I look at that. I drool over that that XTS, that Cadillac that's out there. Just like Mr. Z, I cannot believe the quality that America's throwing down in automobiles now, and they're world-class quality, and they're making profit at the wazoo right now.
Yeah, Mark. They're
Now Toyota, who's starting to slip? One of them is starting to slip. Toyota or Honda, one of them is.
I say, yeah, Mark. The now that they have the FDA approval, now they're starting to do the
Yeah,
requirements.
I'll be coming to the CES. I want to go to the. I want to also go to the big photography, videography, the big camera show down here. All these electric cars much nicer than Tesla. I don't know, Madam X. I don't know. I can't afford any of them.
Yeah, Glenda, right? I'm sorry.
But it doesn't matter, Madam X, because Toyota has an extremely costly place where people have to live in Japan, so they're paid like on a union scale. Seattle has a hockey team. What do they call them? The Krakens?
Krakens.
What?
To the crack
Are you
asses.
kidding
Yeah,
me?
it's the new expansion team.
No, you
Yeah,
gotta be kidding
no,
me.
it is.
No.
Serious as shit.
Krakens.
The Krakens. Release the Krakens.
Good Lord. They couldn't call them the Seattle Fishheads or something?
All right,
out
that'd be
there?
better.
Krakens. Damn. Oh, come on, Alan Gold. Jeez.
I've got mine.
Alan
I'm
Gold
fine.
will be
You
one of
got
those-
yours. You're just fine,
I got
right?
mine. I'm fine. Alan Gold will be one of those people on his deathbed. Oh, I wish I'd gotten the vaccine. Please get it, you know. And I spoke against it. And, you know, I'm on death's door. And,
Yeah, Mark. September is probably better than March. March usually rains out. So yeah, Speedway.
Krakens.
Krakens.
It's got to be the dumbest name I've ever heard. We can't do better in Seattle than that. The pilots are.
Well, we
You
kind
know,
of thought the Golden Knights was kind of lame at first, but it helped us. We'll
Seattle
see.
Seafarers.
If they can
you
kick
know?
ass, then it'll be a good name. If they
These-
suck ass, then it'll be a
The
shitty
Seattle Seamen. Oh, never mind.
name. The sailors. Yeah, not what you think, right?
Yeah,
We spell it differently.
yeah. Seattle crack pipes. Yeah.
Seattle crack pipes. That's hilarious.
Yeah, nice, Stacy. SEIU for 20 years. Nice. Love me some mythology. I don't know, Nicole. I'm just saying.
I'm the same
Kind of
way.
a damn dumbass name for a sports team. You can't do better than that. Hey, Zoe. At least the Baltimore Ravens, you know, Edgar Allan Poe, Nevermore. Edgar Allan Poe dropped dead. Or
Raven's a cool
he,
name.
Yeah, he was a lush. He was dead on the streets of alcoholism.
Was he into opiates also?
He was into everything.
Yeah.
He was a lush. He's always rolling around the gutters. They're going to my way not to be called racist. They are going anyway, not to be called racist. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is. I vote for Seattle Seamen. Yeah, I mean, what the hell are some of the Seattle Pilots or Seattle Tweakers? Just yeah, that's Portland. Sorry, that's Portland. I don't know. I've actually never been to a hockey game. Yeah, Sluters. Yeah, Seattle Sluters. Yeah, he died in the Baltimore gutter. I
Seattle
went to his
fish
grave.
tossers.
I went to his grave. I had a terrible time that day. I almost got threatened with my life in the market down there in Baltimore. It's like, what a homecoming for me. Welcome home. It's all on camera, the video I did there. I think I went live down there. What the fuck you doing with that camera? You getting to snatch that motherfucker out of your hand, bitch. Look at this. Oh, welcome home, Rosie. You know, good to be back in Baltimore, y'all.
Chat's coming up with a lot better names than they did, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's Portland, Seattle.
It's
I
the salad
actually
tossers, the fire starters.
I can't wait to get back to Portland. I found it very fascinating up there. You know, there's a lot of natural beauty up there.
I bet Portland's awesome though.
It is a really awesome place to be on the
beautiful. I'm sure it's
on the
green,
Willamette
just
River there.
awesome.
It is spectacular. Why are people so opposed to cameras over there? It's like people are hiding. I don't know if they're opposed or just people wouldn't even think about it if nobody said anything, right? But when they say it, then all the privacy nerds come out of the woodwork. Right? Portland potholes, yeah.
Ashley, well, as far as the United States, I'd say San Francisco is my favorite city, honestly.
It's a beautiful city.
It is. I lived there 2 years as a child, and
It's
just
the
awesome.
most cinematic city in America. If you can't,
As long as you stay away from the tenderloin, you're fine.
even a tenderloin's very cinematic and very
Cinematic, but scary.
you know, but the whole place is just it's Barbary Coast. It's just wild and woolly,
It
and
is.
it always will be.
Yeah.
But man, when you look the Golden Gate, when you stand there
So
and look
awesome.
at the Golden Gate,
Studio
I
area,
mean,
the fucking.
you can talk
parking.
about the Brooklyn Bridge. You can talk about the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. You can talk about all the iconic
Golden Gate
bridges.
is cinematic.
But the Golden Gate is America's bridge, man, for sure. And Chrissy Field down there,
Yeah,
Chinatown. and,
Chrissy Field, yeah.
How beautiful is Chinatown to go through Chinatown?
It's awesome. As long as they're not
Why do they
singing.
call it the Tenderloin? You know, it's a good question because I think that's where the people that had the biggest problems were, or something. Were all concentrated. I looked that up one time. Why they call it the Tenderloin? But it's what's in the Eddy Street? EDDY. Oh my God. That's the #1 worst place.
we
I
turn up,
thought we
Eddie?
were going to get killed on that shoot.
Yeah.
I thought we were screwed.
That
You
was
can
some
see
scary shit.
somebody pulling a knife.
This
the
dude
woman
pulls a
screaming.
knife, I swear to God, and Rosie didn't see it at first. I'm like, got a
I
knife,
saw the-
knife, Rosie,
I saw
knife.
I saw the milk go. The
Yeah.
guy threw the milk on
And
the
the guy pulls his knife out of his back. He's like,
and I'm
what
like,
up?
holy shit, you know.
I'm trying to kind of scooch at Rosie.
We walked down the street, and I went and looked back, and I thought, Mr. Z, we have to go back. We either have to go back the street that we decided the street we walked down, or we have to cross the street on the other side.
You want a
Both
shit sandwich or shit sandwich with mustard?
Yeah.
Which is your preference, right?
Both sides were very unpalatable looking down. I mean, there was literally hundreds of people on the street. And it was one of those rare sweaty days in San Francisco. The outhouses stunk like shit, the portable showers.
She tried, yeah.
Everybody
they had those.
was in a pissy mood.
Yeah.
And they saw me come down holding that thing on the stick. And they
Ain't
know-
nobody slapped that camera out that white lady's hand yet.
What's that bitch doing down there? You know, I'm gonna snatch that. And
You
I'm
gonna get hurt.
Oh my God. Right. And I told Mr. Z, you know, we're gonna cut this short today. we got to.
Yeah,
had
I did not argue.
Then we had an asshole garage operator
Oh,
too
jeez.
up there, you know. So bad day at Black Rock.
Let's do it, Nicole. Vietnamese. She's got a great Vietnamese food place.
Oh, Vietnamese is good, but I'm not a big fan of rice noodles. My parents used to eat what kind of really good French food in San Francisco that had the best clay. I love clay pots. It wouldn't have been Vietnamese. It would have been Chinese clay pot. I love a good clay pot, but it's got to sit. It can't be rushed. It has to sit there for hours steeping in it. Oh, it's so good, the clay pot. Hey, you saw the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile?
It's still driving around. I see that once in a while. That's cool.
All right.
That's old school shit there.
That's great.
It's old school.
You're supposed to get a free hot dog if they stop. If you call them, they'll pull over, open up, and give you a hot dog. If you can recite, though, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is what I really want to be. As if I was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. All my friends would want to eat me. Parked at Kroger, yeah. Oscar Mayer. What a day that was. But the day was good, and it was a whole video. It was a good day in San Francisco.
It was an extensive
You had a tear
day.
in your eye in the morning when we went to the Presidio. You saw the exact home that you lived in.
Lived in, yeah. And then that dog almost ate my
Yeah.
testicles. That was cool.
You have tasty testicles. Thinking about a wiener, there's a sense of... No shit, Nicole. Nicole's had a few dogs, she had a few hot dogs in her mouth.
Well, do you prefer wieners or sausages, Nicole?
She's had a few wieners loaded loaded up in that porthole there. Ship ahoy, Nicole, here you go. We're coming into dock. say ah.
As long as it's not a little Vienna sausage, right, Nicole? Right?
Oh shit, Nicole would never. Oh man, she don't. She couldn't stand like Vienna sauce. No, she needed the full size foot long pan. Are
Kielbasa.
you kidding me? You kidding me? That's one she made crystal clear to me back in the day.
No one has time for a Vienna,
I
right?
don't do Vienna sausages down there. Yeah, no one has time for that. She's like, pack that shit and move on, man. That was it. I lived in Sanford 80 to 85, best time in my 20s, party all the time. Only beds I was renting. It's crazy, Glenda. My
What were they
daughter,
saying in the
my daughter
Tenderloin?
lived there for a while. She rented a below ground unit. Shithole. The guy didn't have to do anything to improve it. $2,200 a month. This was 10 years ago.
Wasn't someone saying that we were talking about the Tenderloin? We saw a for rent sign, and someone was saying it was like 2,500 or something for a studio in the Tenderloin.
It's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
Yeah, McDave, I'd like to go do the fishing if I don't get too sick.
Well, you better have good, strong
I'm a
stomach.
desert rat, not a sea dog.
I'm a seafarer out there, and I'll tell you what, it's you can have some rough seas when you're fishing.
I would
out
probably be miserable.
there. Some of those swells and things, you're just dipping up and down all day long. People are like, like, dude, you have to do it on my line. Can't you do it on the other side? San Francisco, New York are the two most expensive places to live in a nation. You can find a lot of bargain stuff in LA, let me tell you. There's places I would live for. Of course, I want to be in a boarding house. I want to live with a lot of other people. So that's going to be $800 to $1,000 a month. $1,500 if you want your meals, which I would definitely be down for that. That's a great deal. I'd love boarding houses will come back again. They'll be great. Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? We'll puncture a hole at 1,500 feet. You'll go down so fast you'll hit the ground. Your eyeballs will go splat. For you and I'm sorry, but no C for me. I'll get sick, so we need to no Vienna. You're British, Nicole. The C's supposed to be in your bloody blood, mate. I was wanting to visit New
Nicole
York.
lives inland, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, the big neighborhood is Pacific Heights down there. They're beautiful Victorians up there in Pacific Heights. North Beach down there with Joe DiMaggio. His restaurant's still down there where the pier is, Pier 39.
Yeah.
That's very expensive there. Down in the financial district. Even Chinatown's expensive.
Yeah,
as
it's
hell now.
crazy.
That's where you could used to get a room for $700 a month. Now it's like $1,400 a month. Do 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 do. That's because there's too much wealth down there. There's technology.
You got Silicon Valley's up there.
Silicon Valley. There's too much wealth being spun off from Google, Apple. I mean, NorCal's like the richest spot. You know, I mean, she's got all these geeks. Got Stanford and Berkeley that are spinning out entrepreneurs. My parents' brothers used to lived on Treasure Island. Oh, isn't that cool? Treasure Island between
yeah.
Oakland and San Francisco. That is really nice. That's where the World's Fair was. 39 or 30, 36, something like the World's Fair was out there. Good night, Stacy. Back into dinner, my son made filet mignon. Ooh, with goat cheese. Ooh. Goat cheese is nice and sharp.
That's
Okay,
better than
thank
what we
you,
ate last
Stacy. Take care. Yeah, there was a guy that would go to Edgar Allan Poe's every birthday, and he would leave a thing of brandy and a red rose on top, and he would have a black cape and a hat on.
Creepy.
He did that every year for like 30 years or something. You know, he'd go into the old Episcopal church down there where the cemetery where Edgar Allan. Well, I've been there. You could just put Edgar Allan Poe in my search box and you'll see his grave. Terrible neighborhood. Take your life in your hands. Red roses for a blue lady. La da 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 dee do 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 do. La da. La da da.
Well, Mark, they got the Veterans Cemetery on the Presidio of San Francisco.
Yeah.
We checked that out a little bit.
In San Francisco, in South San Francisco, when you go to the airport, there's a huge, gigantic veteran cemetery when you go down. But unfortunately for some people, will have to probably burn in hell one day. But they pulled up a lot of graves and disinterred people and moved them outside the city. A lot of them they left down there and just plowed them right under
Bad karma there, bro.
all the fill areas.
It's like
And that's
Paris.
why you have bad earthquakes in San Francisco, because you have spirits that are not resting in peace down there. So
Well, it's beautiful out here, Nicole, right now.
yeah, we're
So
gonna move.
nice.
We're gonna move everybody. We'll
So
condition
nice.
the land. They move like 20% of the people and just bulldoze the rest of the caskets right under.
Almost like France, Paris. They got all that
Or Atlanta,
underground shit.
yeah.
All those underground
Oh yeah.
burials.
Developers like, yeah, well the dead don't have a vote here, so that's it. So
You're not paying your
there's
taxes anymore.
Literally, San Francisco is built on top of tens of thousands of bodies. Okay. Some spiritualists suggest this is why San Francisco is periodically destroyed by terrible earthquakes.
So, nah, I think it's more tectonics.
Yeah. But it is what it is. When
Yeah, the
developers,
catacombs. Yeah.
you know, when developers are holding sway, what are you going to do? You know, environmentalists don't have a vote in City Hall. All right, the developer who's your cousin's wife's, you know, that's all cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. There's a lot of San Francisco is built on they disinterred and they did a shitty job of. The weather is the nicest weather for August I've ever experienced.
Stopped raining. It's so beautiful
It
here.
is-
It's so nice
it
and
is
chill.
Unbelievable here. It's no more than 80 degrees right now. Did you see the video that Mo Instinct and Lamont did? I did. It's weeping. Yeah, I saw it, Chef. Yeah. Some developers are criminals.
Hey, Joey.
They're not the first place that's disinterred bodies and failed to do the job. I mean, you're really going to have an inspector sit there all day long from the Bureau of Vital Statistics and Graves and sit there all day and watch? Did you get this one? No, man. They're just plowing the dirt and putting them in a hole, and that's it. San Francisco is a very haunted town, guys.
Could imagine. You know,
As is Oakland. I've had some of my biggest scares in Oakland. Good night, Elmer.
Oh, when that clown pulled up on you on the car and pinned you in, that was some scary shit.
Yeah, 50
Remember
years
that?
after you're gone, they have less respect. Yeah, I've had people pull up on me, pinch me against walls, and do all kinds of crazy shit. I will be returning to Oakland because the City of Oakland Department of Tourism, if there is, I was like, wow, is there really such a thing for Oakland? She wrote me about 2 years ago. She's like, you're always live streaming in Oakland. And you're never showing the good, you're down on International Boulevard. You worked 138 blocks of International
They actually
Boulevard.
noticed that.
Yeah, they
and
noticed
commented.
that.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's tons of, my live streams in Oakland are some of the most popular things on Oakland's feed. When people look up Oakland, my stuff comes up. She's
The
like,
ghetto.
she's like, I challenge you to do a positive, find the beauty of Oakland and do a feature about that. So I might
That's
put that on
interesting.
my agenda for
Yeah.
September.
Why not?
I may put that on the agenda for September. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's difficult. It's gonna you're gonna have to invite. It's gonna be a 2-day. You're gonna have to overnight in Oakland. And I've avoided overnight like to be over where the boys hang out and light the fires and trash cans and chill out with them, but you never know how that's going to come down. Right? It's great video if you live, great live stream. I don't know. Ghost haunted a mobile home. If a ghost haunted a mobile home, he would have low self-esteem. Like, what do you mean, a trailer park ghost? Yeah, you never hear trailer park. I was born in Oakland at the Oak. No Naval Hospital has since been demolished. Never lived there. I actually found a lot of great things in Oakland. You know, Chinatown there is different than the one in San Francisco. It's a real Chinatown where people actually shop and buy shit. The Chinatown in San Francisco is more for show now. They're rarely putting out fruits, vegetables, seafood.
It's all
show, touristy shit, right? But Oakland still has a work. Well, there is a place on Livingston Avenue in San Francisco off of 19th Avenue that does have a great Chinatown. Nobody really knows about it. So that's a possibility. If we're going to be around in September, because I'm kind of going to not thinking about going to Mexico now because of the requirement for COVID testing coming back and all that. Just, you know, they'll probably have some new wild ass strain in Mexico that just takes everybody out. We'll be puking on the airplane, be in quarantine for a month or something. So I think we'll probably do the Oakland thing too. I think I'll have to overnight at a hotel down there. I'm not going to be in a van over there. That's a death sentence.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You know. Beautiful places are Broadway, Chinatown, the earthiness of it. You have Lake Merritt there, which is beautiful. You have the Tribune building downtown, some of the big buildings downtown, skyline. You have the Oakland Hills, which are beautiful looking up. That's unfortunately the terrible fire that killed like 80 people, the Oakland Hills part. You have the beautiful Mormon temple up in the hills there. A good place to send a drone up and do some stuff. So, adventures. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Jack London Square. Ghost hunting at Class B camp. It's if you're on Broadway, you're going to be okay. Oh, International Boulevard. I've had some terrible places. 68th to 72nd was terrible. 96th Street, they have the East Bay Motorcycle Club, they were hanging outside. They were screaming, they were hollering.
If you can imagine how tense it seems on camera,
it was scary.
In real life, it is like tenfold, right?
It's like tenfold when you're down there. And when you're walking around with one of these on a stick, people know exactly what you're doing.
And they don't like being filmed.
There's no Google glasses that hide what you're doing. There's no lapel camera, man. It's right out there because you want good. You know, you want a good feed.
These people are doing things that they don't like cameras. They don't want to be caught doing whatever.
Yeah, they call it a wild. We went out to Glen Ellen, Missy Jen and I, to Jack London's place out there. All you have to do is put Jack London in my search box. You can see where his place was out there. If it's around the Bay Area, I've probably been there or so, or done it.
You can get a team of Clydesdales to drag her in a Zach Baggins museum.
I don't want to go in there because I don't want to break the plane of the property line because I think the place is infested with demonic spirits. The day that the Mandalay Bay shooter opened fire, the night before they had the soft opening of Zach Baggins' Haunted Museum. Okay, take that for what it's worth, all right? There's no way I've had somebody assault me on the street next to, or the guy snatched the phone out, threw it into the place, okay? There's no way on God's green earth that I'm gonna break the plane of that property and go into that place ever, okay? They've got dolls with tragic histories, they've got weird Jewish Eastern European
Yeah.
shit in there. There's no
They got
way
the
I'm
big
going
box.
in there. There's no way. I've already had one of my worst assaults as a live streamer occur on the street next to there. Charleston Avenue ain't no joke.
Yeah, Charleston
Okay.
and 6th Street is
It ain't no joke over there. You got some really wild ass woolly people there.
wild ass and
So
woolly.
there ain't no way I'm gonna ever go to that museum. And I hate to. I've had people offer, Rosie, I'll pay you. I've had somebody offer to pay me $500. Stay at the Oasis Motel. I turned it down. Okay.
Really?
Didn't you know that night?
I must have forgotten.
My friend from Texas is like $500 claim. She was the same one that challenged me to go to the Eloise Mental
Well, what
Hospital
room are you
in
going to
Detroit.
stay in? Yeah,
That
it
one
depends.
where Stu Unger
Room 19?
died. I turned that down.
There was a weird vibe in that room,
Weird
I'm
vibe.
telling
There
you.
was a stained bedspread. There
I
was
wouldn't
a cold
stay there just
spot.
because it was nasty, but other than that,
Cold
yeah.
spot. I'm not staying there
Yeah.
unless one of these guys stays there too, sits in a chair all night and keeps an eye on me and makes sure I'm not sexually assaulted in the night or something there. And a really dry story about sliding. It was under, I don't know. I'm not going to seek that out. I've turned down tons of my people have offered me, I'll buy you tickets to the museum. Take everybody, buy a ticket for everybody. I'll put you up in a hotel down, and I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. There's just things that I'm not going to do. Yeah, I know Lee Marie's like, I find that part of you fascinating. You're so relaxed in other areas of life. But I'm a very sensitive person to bad spirits and things. Oh, thank you, Sherry Ann. How you doing? I'm very sensitive when I go to graveyards. Told you I'm sensitive to temperature and things. Like I can tell you instantly it's 10 degrees cooler here than over there. There's some bad spirit over in this area. And when I go near that haunted museum, and it is just unbelievable when you go to that area and you can just feel.
And that house that's next to it on 6th Street is horribly haunted.
Yeah.
It's got
yeah,
some
you
stories.
have across the street, you have the Harwell.
Behind it, behind the house behind it. Yeah, they used to say that they actually had satanic rituals in the basement and all kinds of crap.
And you're going to stick yourself in that situation?
Yeah.
Like, really? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Trolls don't do nothing here. They just get knocked out immediately. They never show up in a replay. Nobody ever knew they were here. They're just insignificant. But anyway, that's the reason that I definitely don't go over to that. I don't go over to that area. It just is like, here's another deck. He's gone. Yeah, they're gone as fast as they come. And the good news, they never show up on a replay, so it's like they never even existed. How you doing, Amy? The lack of education on that in between gay. They don't know, Nicole. They're hillbillies. They don't know anything.
Ignorance.
They have no money. They just get knocked out immediately. I got my steps working. Replace them. Oh, good, Sherry Anna. I know your steps weren't working down there. That's awesome. Put a new solenoid in my sit there. Get my. Oh, good. Awesome. Hey, Ilva. How you doing, babe? How are you? Troll's not significant. Give me a break. They never show up on the replay. The famous haunted Whaley house. Yes, I have, Mark. You can just. I've done live streams from there. Yeah. Texas just wiped out. Bro, what does that mean? Texas just wiped out Roe. Texas just wiped out. Yeah, they get knocked out immediately. They're not significant here. Oh, Road versus Wade. I don't know. Nothing surprises me anymore. Louisiana. I know I did
Imagine.
it's one of my, oh, okay, LaDonna. It lets me troll and she ignores. I love LaDonna. My most controversial video is called Beautiful Louisiana Plantation. And I think it has over 100,000 views or something on it now. And it's been very controversial. Beautiful Louisiana Plantation. You can see the video. And it's been a lightning rod for controversy. Because when I go, like, I grew up in Baltimore. I got along with people. I never thought about black or white. I never had that issue. I went to school with black.
I was an
I
Army
grew
brat,
up with
so
black.
I was associated with everybody.
I never
when
contemplated.
Yeah.
I never thought about it and stuff. So when I went to the plantation and I did the video with Missy Jen, I'm like, oh, this is beautiful, the building. You know, I'm not thinking about the history.
What happened, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking at it like,
The
hey,
pain and
this is really
suffering
cool.
involved.
Look,
with
there's
all
a
of it.
pond out front. It's got swans in it. It's beautiful. You know. Thank you, Lee. Since I can see it would be controversial. Spun the race. Yeah, I mean, it's just it doesn't exist in my heart. You know, I'm not wired that way. And I've had a real bash fest in that video. You know, I actually had to. I really never removed comments, and I've had to remove. People just went frantic over there.
Sausalito's nice.
No,
Yeah.
I did a video in Sausalito. D and I did a visit there. Glenda, please look up cinematic Sausalito, please. You will see. I've talked about Otis, Reading, and you will not be disappointed there. The Marin shipbuilding, all that stuff. All you have to do is just spend time in my playlist. If you can think of it, I've done it. See the Myrtles Plantation. This was called the Homa, Homa. Yeah, of course the slave history bothers me, but it's the architecture too. I can't even count the number of countries I visited. Watching the plantation, people were very bitter about the videos. As if I personally lived there. And I'm like, I wouldn't have been a slave. I would have probably been a slave. I would have been.
You'd have been an abolitionist.
I would have been indentured.
You'd have been an abolitionist.
I would have been the person who couldn't pay their bills working there picking cotton with everybody else, you know. You go to Catholic school, you have one of every nationality exam. Well, it wasn't that. I went to PS 233 public school. You know, it is. Good night, Ashley. And I feel bad about stuff. But I always treated people as good as I could. I never had an issue. I never had any, just, you know, growing up in Baltimore, you learn to get along. Yeah, thank you, Lee. I feel like a smoke.
I'll go to the store if you want to.
No, these days I just feel like, what's the point, you know? I mean, the world is so screwed up now. It's like somebody said last night, you might as well just, who was it, Goldie? No, she said, you might as well just enjoy yourself, you know?
I offered her some chew, but she didn't want that.
Have you done any urban abandoned? Yes, I've done so much of much more than anybody else, except for maybe the guy Bell in Baltimore. That I've done so much abandoned choo-choo desert cities, crawled through shitholes, and people begging me, "Don't go in." Of course, I'm turning the knob.
Half the people are telling her to go in. Half the people are telling her to not go in.
No, I haven't done much dead mall stuff. Out in the West, there's not, like in California, stuff is so expensive. There is no real ghetto in San Francisco where everything is worth $1 million. So it's like crazy. Yeah, hey Patricia, doctors say if you're gonna smoke, don't start till you're 70. Yeah, there you go, madam. They say the Queen Mary's haunted. They do say that down in Long Beach.
Yeah.
They say it's haunted. They also say it's falling apart. Excuse me. Can you imagine what a maintenance bed to Queen Mary down there? You put any metal on a marine environment with salt water, forget about it.
See, Nicole?
Every
That's what
bridge has a
happens.
castle. That I laughed how was not possible.
Sometimes we're not as smart as we think we are, right?
You probably have one even closer than that, Nicole. So like every English person has a castle near them. Nicole's like, oh bloody hell, no. And she looks it up. There's one
Like, oh,
7/10.
shit.
There's 1/7 of a mile. How you doing, Jodzi? Yeah, thinking about scraping it now due to extreme bad condition, scrapping it now. Yeah, I mean, it's, who's going to visit it? It doesn't mean anything to young people anymore. What's the Queen Mary? What's the point? It's got to be relevant. In a couple more years on this town, nobody's going to know Frank Sinatra. Nobody's going to know Sammy Davis Jr. Nobody knows
You're
Joey
going to see it on a
Bishop.
street sign and not relate what it actually means.
Who knows Peter Lawford now? Nobody. Okay, it's not, another 40 years, Elvis Presley will just, and Michael Jackson, they'll just be dust in the wind. Okay, they're not interested.
Exactly, Nicole.
So everything has its heyday. It's like, oh, I took a trip on the Queen Mary, right? Oh, is that an album? Yeah, I gotta buy that. It's just the way it is. I mean, everything has its time and its place. It's like and who's gonna listen to Beatles anymore? I mean, what the hell? The Beatles catalog is gonna collapse in value. It just has no worth to it. A trip on the Queen Mary sounds like a weekend. It was a great ship, Nicole. I mean, it was, the British built fantastic ships. Good night, LaDonna. Great to see you, honey. But who identifies with? You can take a trip around the world on a QE2 if you have $60,000 or something. It is what it is. Hey, how you doing, Anna? Making a new cruiser called the Prince Charles. Oh, Lord. I don't think it's good luck to name a ship after a guy.
Generally, it's female names.
Always
Yeah.
a female name. Why would you name it after a male?
Unless it's a military ship, combat ship. Yeah.
I can see the Princess Diana or the. Can't see. Yeah, ships are. It's bad luck to name. It's good luck to name a ship after a woman. Bad luck to have a man's name on the ship. That's unbelievable. That the British would tolerate that. They have the maritime. They developed
British
all the
are crazy
maritime
people, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they developed the world's maritime rules. I have a hard time believing that. Oh, I stayed at the Stardust. It was so nice. Oh, Tagwee, I love the Stardust. The bathrooms had marble on the sides. The fixtures were gold fixtures. Ah, it was so nice. Got to stay one time at the Stardust for like 3 nights. It was the rooms were big, the bathrooms. What do you listen to when multitasking? Hangouts. I put on live streams and stuff. Now, if I'm listening to the music, you'll have an eclectic playlist in your. I mean, I'm listening to. You had To Sir with Love on. I mean, it was just. I mean, it's just everything from
Motown,
1930s
early rock.
to some rap. What I call, isn't that crazy? I call it classic rap now. LL Cool J and Biggie Smalls and all this
Nicole's
classic.
listening to Scandinavian death metal.
Oh my God. She always had a thing for Scandinavians. Resort World. Oh, that's cool. Well, we'll check it out Thursday and listen to Scan. 3 times a year. Wow, took we 3 times a year for 20 years. I stayed one time. It was fantastic. One of the best hotel experiences I had. Riviera was, stayed at the Riviera, stayed at the Imperial Palace. I won $1,200 on a pool one time. I once spent a summer touring French chateaus and wine vineyards. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would think that would get boring after a while. Maybe after your 5th vineyard visit, it's like, just not getting the. It's like California. I couldn't do a wine tasting tour after 4 or 5 vineyards, and they're all over my area. There's just Napa and Sonoma County. There's just zillions of them. Yeah, it was built in the exact spot where the Stardust was, but it didn't seem like the Stardust was that deep. The Stardust was very forward on the property. There was also Frontier.
Oh yeah, because they wanted
Frontier.
to be on the strip. Yeah.
The new Frontier was north there.
Yeah.
Remember that? That's where Gillies was inside. Yeah. The new Frontier. See, I don't even remember the Aladdin, the original. I don't remember the all the great places. The Hacienda.
Most of those are right up on the strip. Yeah, right up on the strip. Bring the people in. Now they're building them back farther.
Now they're building
and farther.
them back because they, it's just. They fucked up Caesar's Palace property. It used to, Caesar's, I was telling Mr. Z tonight, beautiful. You had the buildings in the back, you had the statue in the front that looked like an angel. And then you had a big reflecting, you had a big pond.
Pool, a long pool, yeah.
Long pool out front. It had like the crisscrossing fountains.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so elegant at Christmas time on the Italian cypress. They would put the little blue lights or white lights on there. And it had open space there. Now they put so much shit on that property. It's like a mismatch. They screwed it up.
It's another shitty habit.
Well, Mark,
Glenda.
I hope they don't
trade
expand
one for
it
another.
because they're having a hard time filling up rooms right now. I can get a room at Resort World for $59, so. You got to put a lot of heads in the beds in that place. When I crush that beer, that signals the end of festivities tonight, guys. So I want to wrap with a couple things here tonight. Thank you to Mr. Z for being my assistant director of photography tonight, which really means what? Glorified gopher?
I'm the lead intern.
Yeah, you were just the spotter and the gopher tonight.
The wrangler.
For me, to allow me to do what I do down here. Okay, that's number 1, to thank Mr. Z. Number 2, please check out the I sent was Kitten Cat here? Kitten Cat? I sent her, I sent her a gift card today. She won a $25 Amazon gift card.
Aww.
Number 2, check out, I randomly give away on my live chats now, gift cards. Number 2, if you have not seen the Shelby Performance Center,
it's beautiful.
What I call Shelby Motor Works today, please check that out. You will not regret it, okay? Please stop by, watch that through to the end, please, and you will enjoy the cinematic flourishes at the end.
Very pretty.
Number 3, to my wonderful moderators as usual, thank you for everything that you do. And lastly, but most importantly, to my wonderful friends, and I don't call people subscribers. I call them friends on the chat here, because we're together day in and day out. I have nothing that's going to roll tomorrow morning. I'm going to put something up. I'm going to do some editing. Is it still cloudy tonight?
It is still a little bit.
I want to go poolside
still
tomorrow. If it's
cloudy.
sunny, I'm going to spend some time at the pool. So If you've not hit the thumbs up button tonight, please do so. Tomorrow night is Wednesday night
Mm-hmm.
downtown, I think. We're going to take the flashlight and do what we always once a trip. We go out on the alleys and back streets, the stream of doom. And then Thursday night we'll be in Resort World, and then Friday I'll be taking off. Mr. Z will be getting back to his usual stuff, and I will see him again. I think in November. We're tentatively planned.
We got some plans in the
Yeah.
works. Yeah,
Yep.
just dial it in.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for bearing with the program. I know it's not been the number of live streams that you want in the evening, but I had to make some very difficult decisions here that require, well, you guys will be the judge too as the videos go up. But there's just, I've hit the limitations of what I'm able to do with a smartphone, and nobody's in the history of the world has shot more video with a smartphone than I have. So thank you very much for the thumbs up. Have a great night. I'll see you guys on the live tomorrow morning.